Alright, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be reviewing Dark Souls Remastered, seeing as how we beat the game, got all the achievements. We are John Dark Souls. We have the Dark Soul.
But you admitted forfeit, though.
What? Don't listen to this fucking guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I did beat the game and got all the achievements. He was in a competition with me to beat me at speedrunning it. But I let him. I relinquished so he could win. He's just. I don't know what he literally won, but he's still not happy. It's crazy.
If you say so.
Some people are never happy.
I just want to watch the fucking world burn, dog.
But no, that game, while I was playing it, pissed me off very well, just like every Souls game has and always will. Because I am trash at them. But
What he means is that he loves them.
we beat Dark Souls Remastered and got... We beat it. We beat it with crunch. And the fucking Black Calamite Dragon, that fucker, is the hardest boss in the game. Hands down. The Black Knight Sword was fucking peak. Claymore and the Black Knight Sword are pretty damn good. My luck in that game is apparently really good because every time I kill something, I get the drop that nobody gets. Apparently, it's like RNG based.
The guy that doesn't like Dark Souls games gets the best weapon in the game.
Well, yes, of course. But yeah, it was alright. I think I picked a bad ending, was it? I lit the flame. But now that I've beaten Dark Souls, I had to go and get my... I am the Lord of Cinder now. So I had to get the damn song, you know what I mean? Hell yeah, brother. Got that bitch on iTunes. But if I had to rate the game, I would give it... out of 10...
Oh.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Wow.
Let's go.
It was not bad. But I really think they could have used the Elden Ring jump. I think they kept improving on it because Dark Souls 2, I started that yesterday and its jump was a little better. It had its own jump button, but you still had to sprint to use it. I don't think they finally figured out how the jump should work until Elden Ring, but that's just me.
Sekiro, but yeah.
Oh, is it Sekiro? Okay.
Yeah.
It took them a while to figure out, hey, maybe we should fix that. But
You know what else Sekiro has that was supposed to be in Demon Souls? You can run up walls, jump and climb and hang on to ledges and shimmy across ledges and shit.
yeah.
Demon Souls was going to be a much more vertical game where you could like climb and shit like that. But
Yeah, I still want to play Demon Souls and Bloodborne, but yeah, it seemed like Demon Souls was going to be like peak. I don't know, I never played it, but Dark Souls 1 is my
still
favorite.
a lot of people's favorites.
I like Dark Souls 1 so far because I've only really played Elden Ring, and then I played Dark Souls and finally beat that. Never beat Elden Ring, but now that I played Dark Souls, I don't really like Elden Ring because now I'm finding out Stagger doesn't exist. Then again, I was doing okay in Elden Ring and then played Dark Souls, but Dark Souls might just be easier than Elden Ring, so...
It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, but Demon Souls, Elden Ring does have stagger, and technically your weapons still do have a stagger stat, but I believe Dark Souls 1, the way it was is weapons had a lot more stagger, like across the board, and most enemies pretty much had the same amount of, I guess, what would be stamina, right? Because you wail on them, you drain their stamina, and then they stagger. It's basically how it works in Sekiro. Dark Souls 1 is like straightforward. You have a weapon. If you have a big weapon, it does most likely decent stagger damage. And since most enemies stagger around the you have Elden Ring, different enemies have different stagger amounts, and I think the stagger damage you do across the board is lowered. So it is harder to get stamina, or it's harder to break their stamina or break their guard in Elden Ring. Elden Ring also works slightly different though too. Elden Ring has more mechanics to deal with that. Like, it obviously has the weapon arts, and the weapon arts can deal with stagger damage themselves.
Yeah.
You have counters. Like, you have parry counter, you have guard counter. I think you even have a heavy, like, counter. Like, if you're two-handing a weapon and you block with the weapon, I think if you immediately do a heavy attack, you'll get like just a normal counter attack as well. Counters do good stamina damage as well, too. Then if the enemy has a shield, if they're a humanoid enemy and they have a shield up, the more you wail on the shield, you'll break them, and that can be an instant critical attack, an instant like poise break. Similar to how bosses are. If you remember fighting bosses in Elden Ring, you can stun them, and if you stun them good, they'll fall over, and the like.
I am curious though to playing Dark Souls 2 and 3. I want to play through them all. I'm gonna try to play them with Crunch. I think I said, when are we playing Dark Souls 3 with Seamless, and he was like, I want to see you try Dark Souls 2 first. So I played about an hour of that and kept getting my ass beat because I picked Deprived. But I do want to play through all of the Dark Souls games and see if I still like the first one the best. It sounds like I will. Because it sounds like after Dark Souls 1, they all just became shittier. But
I don't know. Like,
well, you said yourself you couldn't stand Dark Souls 3, and so far Dark Souls 2's beginning is kind of weird. I'll have to give it some more time, though.
Dark Souls 3's peak, dog.
But yeah, before.
Artie, have you beat Dark Souls 1?
What?
He's not.
Have you beat Dark Souls 1?
He's not beat Dark Souls 1.
Then how can you say Dark Souls 3 is peak?
Because I've beaten it, and it's good.
You've only played one of them. I would wait until you beat all of them to then, give a peak label.
Keep in mind, he's only beaten Dark Souls 3 with Crunch. He's not beaten it by himself.
I don't care about that. I only beat Dark Souls 1 with Crunch. I don't believe in playing these games on my own. I'm not good enough for that.
I don't know. It just feels very lonely.
Well, I probably could beat them on my own, but I don't want to put myself through that.
I know I can beat the game by myself. It's just I like playing with Crunch because I like having a friend.
Yeah, I'm not enough of a masochist to do it on my own, my boy.
I'm not one of those people who is gonna be like, oh, you did it in co-op? Well, you didn't experience the real game.
There are people like that, though. But I used to work with one. His favorite game was Dark Souls 3, and he absolutely hated Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, he's a faggot.
And he was like, if you don't beat the game by yourself, you ain't a real game. You ain't a real Dark Souls player. And he fucking hated Dark Souls 1, but he loved Dark Souls 3, and he said Dark Souls 2 was eh.
It's Lemon's favorite one.
See, that's weird because typically if you like Dark Souls 3, you fucking hate 2.
Yeah, he was like, it's okay, but Dark Souls 1's the worst. Dark Souls 2 is meh, and Dark Souls 3 is the best.
He's smoking cock, dude. It's the original. How could like you hate the original?
I don't know. All these games are completely different than the others. I don't really think it would like it's I don't know, these games are so different from the last. Like they're not really the same. So, it's kind of like their own thing. It's kind of like watching Star Trek and then Star Wars and then you know, being like, oh, they're the same shit. Like, no, not really. But no, I like Dark Souls 1 a lot so far. I've played a shit ton. I've played over 100 hours of Elden Ring, gotten pretty far in there.
Well,
But
how far? What's the last thing you remember doing in Elden Ring?
I don't know. Last time I played it, somebody said you were about halfway.
So you got to the city?
I don't remember what it was.
Well, if you got to the city, then you got halfway. About.
I was like way up in the map, like unlocked a fuck ton of it.
Was it in like the golden area? Like all the grass is like kind of gold, and it's kind of like hilly and like some mountains. And
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
Okay.
But I do really want to play Dark Souls 3, Artie. You want to play that shit, cuh? You want to play it, my boy? Are you down?
You out.
Are you down to play Dark Souls 3, my boy? But yes, I give it 7 to 10. I'm ending this video. Off to play the other ones. I am Lottie.